what was the driver that made you want to go solo? And I mean, how much soul searching was there for you to make that leap?
Do you know what? I think just being honest, you know, there's that little voice inside you saying, when are you going to sing your own song?
Yeah.
When are we going to sing our song?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And life happens, and I never planned to be a backing singer. I never went to, like, you know, at school, went to see my careers officer. It was like, right, I want to be a backing singer. Do you know what I mean? That was never, I didn't know there was even a job. I didn't know people would even pay for me to sing. Like, it was never something that I, you know, planned for, but, you know, but God. And so somewhere along the journey, I've had moments where I've thought, you know, I'd written some songs and, you know, kind of put them down. I've got some cassette tapes. And whether it's a thing of, you know, working with incredible people and you think, yeah, but they're amazing. I'm just me. I'm just that girl from Peckham. Do you know what I mean? You put yourself in a compartment, you know, and but somewhere deep in my mind, in my spirit, in my soul, was this voice that just every now and then she would pop up.
Okay.
And then life would carry on, and I'd have to, you know, have to buy the Pampers and have to put my son through school and get him some new trainers, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think I want to be honest about this, because I think for some of this is something that a lot of us deal with, that I got very comfortable. And so sometimes when you're so comfortable, I was comfy, okay? And so then it scared there's so much fear to change that. And there's all the question marks. What if?
Sure. Yeah.
What if? Do you know what I mean? You know, are you being stupid? Are you just, this is some romantic dream? Or do you know what I mean? All of the sense stuff kicks in, the common sense, right?
It's really practical.
But
yeah.
All the practical stuff, but actually, like, sometimes the practical stuff isn't connected to our faith at all.
That's
do you know what I mean?
That's the one. Yeah.
So, I think maybe just getting to a point where I was doing a lot of vocal coaching, and that's one of the things that I pride myself on. I worked with a number of celebrity artists. I did lots of workshops all around Europe and the UK, and just worked with beautiful young people, some charities, you know, just a real ambassador for young people singing and building their confidence and really harnessing their gift. And at some point you become a bit of a hypocrite when you're looking at these young people and you're saying to them, you're amazing and God's given you this gift, and don't put any limits on it. You just don't know where God can take you. And
yeah. And you look in the mirror
and then I leave there and I go back to my comfortable setup. Do you know?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So what happened was, and I think God has such a crazy sense of humor, and he'll set people up. He'll set things up to nudge you.
Just a little.
And so I never signed up to do The Voice. I never signed up. I never applied for it. I never did.
Wow.
What happened was I went with a student, and one of the things I always encourage my students is to sing out in like singers' nights and things like that. You know.
Yeah.
Not just any random one, but you know. Especially for those that want to have a career in music and career in singing. And so I had arranged for one of my students to go to this singers' night. I knew the person that was hosting it, so I knew it was going to be a good environment, positive environment. And I went along to support my student.
Okay, yeah.
And the person hosting it, as I said, knew me and was like, well, Michelle, you're here. You know, you need to come up and sing, girl. And I'm here with my student. I thought, well, I need to lead by example. And so I got up and I sang. And it just happened that there were a couple of people that were scouts for The Voice, for the show.
Oh.
And so they came up to me afterwards and said, look, you know, we want you on the show. And I was like, what? The Voice? Nah, no way, mate. Seriously, I was like, nah. And then they kept asking me for 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Seriously. And then on the 4th year, on the 4th year, I think I was just ready to make a shift. Now, it just happened to be The Voice. Do you see what I mean?
I hear you, yeah.
And it was just about me making a physical, spiritual, emotional shift, right? And so I thought, okay, here we are again. All right, you know what? This time it feels like it's time to say yes.
Okay.
And I just felt that whatever happens, wherever I get to, whatever stage, you know, please God, let somebody hit that button and turn the chair. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because imagine for me, I'm teaching people, I'm on stage with all these amazing artists, and you know, my backing singing. My CV's nice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So imagine if no one turned. You know, it was a risk.
So earlier in the year when we spoke, you talked about the next big thing, your next big project. The shifting, I'll call it the shifting.
Hey!
And it was about preparation. You were to embark on a journey for your album.
Yes.
Called the DIVA Songbook.
Yes.
And you were looking for support to make it happen.
Yes.
So at the time of this recording, it has happened. Hey, come on now. The DIVA Songbook it's in CD format. Wow. Yeah. Beautiful.
So it's happened, and Monday the 2nd, it will be available for pre-release.
Brilliant.
So people can order it on, you know, on the usuals, you know, the iTunes and all of that good stuff. Amazon and Prime, you know, the list, guys. I don't know the list.
Absolutely.
And then, and then on the 6th, Friday the 6th, it will be released officially. Awesome. It'll be out there. So
awesome. First of all,
thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm just like, woof.
I was gonna go to the dance hall foghorn, but I'm just gonna leave that one for later. Yeah. So talk to us briefly about the project, about the challenges from there, from the vision of what you felt you needed to do to now seeing the big reveal, the CD in your hand.
So the whole diva thing kind of happened like doing The Voice, and kind of will.i.am, people kept kind of making those kind of comments about me that I've got that kind of diva voice, and they were making a lot of comparisons. And then coming out of the show and the songs that I do, they just this name, this title just kept coming up. So I thought, well, you know what, I'm just going to embrace it in Jesus' name and keep it moving. Okay. And hey, listen, God has given me a big. I'm not your, you know, I'm not your soft, you know, soulful neo soul smooth. I'm not that India Irish. Do you know what I mean? I don't have. That's not my instrument. My instrument is you know.
That made me laugh.
That's just what God gave me, right?
Well, it's about and a whole lot more. Come on, let's not pigeonhole yourself now. Okay, you've got that. You got the range. I got a range. Okay.
Yeah, okay. but I'm known for kind of singing the big songs. Do you know what I mean?
I hear you. Yeah.
And so I just embraced that. And so anyway, I had the intention earlier this year. I've been actually working on it, and I was going to be putting out an album this year, and it was going to be called the DIVA Songbook, right? And I had everything in place. You know how we have our plans and how we're going to do this, how we're going to pay for it, and all of these wonderful things. And then obviously COVID and that all disappears. And I'm sitting it through COVID. I'm sitting through lockdown, and I'm twiddling my thumbs, and I'm looking and I'm going, you know, my mum works for the NHS. You know, my mum's always been a superhero, but now it's like, it's official. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And, you know, all these amazing people that are everyday heroes, you know, the key workers, nurses, delivery people, you know, the people working in supermarkets, and they're serving us in what they're doing. They're serving us as people. And I just was like, well, how do I serve? How can I serve in this moment? And you know what? I guess do what you do. So I just thought, right, I'm gonna still do the album. I completely changed the songs.
Okay.
I changed the songs because I had this whole picture of songs, but I just wanted the album to reflect the time that we're in right now. And I just wanted to choose songs that uplift me.
Okay. Yeah.
And I felt, well, if they uplift me, if they lift my spirit and they encourage me, then hopefully someone else will be encouraged.
Okay.
And that was it. So hence why I called it the DIVA Songbook, Through the Storm. And these are literally just songs to bring you through the storm.
Love it.
That's it.
And how much of the challenge was it a challenge to kind of coordinate all of those, the team, as it were, to make it happen? I've been seeing a few things on social media, how, you know, when you actually were ready to go into the studio, as it were, how much of a challenge was that to get it all together?
I think the biggest challenge was myself.
Okay.
And just believing that I could do this, that I could pull this off. That was the biggest challenge. And I think once you start to ask people to get involved, the ball's rolling, you're in it.
You're not committed, yeah?
You're committed. Yeah. So you kind of got to show up, because now you're going to have, you know, questions and, okay, well, what, you know, what's happening? So the biggest challenge was me embracing this and saying, God, how do we do this? You know, and okay, we're going to do the GoFundMe. And I don't know about you, I don't know about your listeners, but I don't like to ask for help. That's one of my struggles. And maybe that's just like, you know, being an independent woman, having to, you know, be a single mum. You know, I've not had the luxury of having someone to rely on. I just have to make it happen, you know.
Yeah.
So that was the biggest challenge in myself. And I asked a couple of people to help me, and for whatever reason, they weren't able to help me. They weren't in the right space for themselves to take it on.
Okay.
And I thought, right, well, it's me and you, Lord. And I thought, well, I've got quite a bit of experience doing other people's projects, and I've produced a couple of tracks before.
Yeah.
I've produced a couple of my own tracks before. I've also had some producers work with me, and I just thought, do you know what? I'm going to step up to the plate. Yeah.
And tell us about your favorite song on the album.
Oh, mate, I don't know if it keeps changing.
All right, tell me a song that when you sing it,
yeah,
it makes you feel strong.
Okay, so one of the songs is one of my own songs, and it's a song called Labels. Okay. And it basically talks about the labels that we acquire in life.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's labels that we put on ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not smart enough, I'm overweight, divorce, whatever the labels are. You know, we all get these labels through life.
Yeah.
And some of them are labels that people put on us, you know. And sometimes we kind of get stuck in the labels. We get so caught up in these labels that, you know, we feel like we're just not good enough. And so the song goes on to say, it asks the question, am I good enough? Why do I have to live with all these labels? Because actually living with them all just ain't right. And so, am I good enough? And so, as the story carries on, at the end of the song, it's an affirmation and a declaration that yes, I am good enough. And those guys, those musicians, they just brought my song to life. And so that song obviously has an impact on me, and I know it will have an impact on other people. But yeah, the message, am I good enough? Yes, I'm good enough.
Absolutely.
Labels.
Absolutely beautiful. And how many tracks on the album?
11.
11 tracks in the album.
11 tracks.
Hey, listen, that's awesome. So it's kind of self-produced. Is it a self-produced album? You can collaborate with, yeah. Excellent.
I produced it all, yeah.
Exec producer Michelle John.
Listen, shout out to the female producers out here, okay? The female songwriters. Let's do this, ladies.
Listen, there is so much we can talk for ages, and it just means it's just when you've got to do a part 3, or is it part 4? You know, this is part.
I know.
Part of our maybe we've got to do a 3-4 month check-in, right? Check-in and make sure.
I think so. Well, let's just put it in the diary now. So, are you going to play one of my tracks? There's one that I'd love you to play.
I'm going to play whichever track you would like me to play.
I think the title track of the album, "Through the Storm," which is, you know, the gospel classic by Edwin Hawkins.
Okay. Yeah.
Is there any way?
Okay.
And we know the chorus is "Through the Storm." So really, that's the whole premise of the album.
Brilliant. It's a song of
and
an album of encouragement, and an album of empowerment. I'm putting words in your mouth here. Yeah. No,
that's exactly it. Yeah. Totally.
Brilliant. Listen, the power of a tongue is so important, and I want to speak blessings and favor over your life. I want to pray for doors to be opened, and that you'll also be a catalyst for growth, and that you'll continue to inspire others. Right? You've been in the industry for a while. You've seen a lot. You've experienced a lot. You know a lot, and you know, I trust that you will be able to, if I can help somebody as I go along.
Hey, send my living.
Yeah.
Come with the classics, yeah.
Before we go, how can listeners get in touch, follow what you do, and also importantly, get hold of your music? Talk us through that.
So please follow me on Instagram, Twitter. My handle is Mish John, which is MEESH. Mish John, Michelle John, as you know. And for the music, for those of you that want to get a CD copy of the album, the only way for you to get this is for you to go to my GoFundMe page. So go on gofundme.co.uk, put in my name, Michelle John, and then every donation of £10 and over you will get a copy of the CD. And so do it now, because to be honest with you, I ordered a certain amount of CDs and we're almost sold out.
Oh, let me see the back. Let's see the back.
No, I'm not showing you the back. No.
Oh, so let's get hold of a CD. The front was great. Sorry, okay.
I have to save something.
If you want it, go buy the CD, right? If you want to see the back.
Exactly. But so, and to buy the obviously you can get the downloads on iTunes, as I said, Amazon, CD Baby, all of those things, and it will be available on Spotify and all of those stuff as well. Yeah. So guys, please enjoy it. share it with someone. These are really difficult times. People are struggling. We all need something to keep us positive, keep our head up. And you know, I know the government are trying to create this impression that music isn't important, but
Victoria,
you know, music is so important. It's unbelievable. You know,
one of your straplines has been "Singing is not cancelled." Is that right?
Yeah,
Singing
exactly.
is not cancelled. Absolutely. Let's keep it going. Let's keep empowering people and spreading the good news that you have to bring as well.
Yeah. Yes,
So,
please.
it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for talking, sharing so candidly with me and with us. You are an honorary member of the Gospel Zone, and thank you for being a part of it as well.
Howie, thank you for the platform. As I said, thank you for the support, and honestly, for you and your platform, Gospel Zone. Honestly, really, really appreciate it, and just keep up the good work, bro.
Thank you very much, my dear.
Yes.